Cork's Red FM.
Basically, in the off season, I just didn't feel the club well in terms of Cork City. We're going to be progressive, and we just had a lot of hassle all year with wages, and look, everyone knows the whole story. So I think, to be honest, I had to look after myself really, because look, I've got a young family, so I took the decision to go to England, because I had to do something about my job, and at the way the League of Ireland was, it wasn't stable. So basically, I had a few clubs interested in me in July, and I just kind of followed that back up really, and Hartlepool were very interested, so I went there for a week's training in terms of seeing what it was like, and see the place, see the club, the manager, what have you, and I really enjoyed it. So they offered me a contract before Christmas, and it was done on Monday. So I'm Hartlepool playing over the next 2.5 years.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was too surprised to see you leaving Cork City, Joe. You probably hung in there longer than you probably could have been expected to do anyway. It's kind of a sad way, though, that you had to leave. I mean, you had 5-6 great years in your second spell at City, so I mean, it's a sad way that you have to leave under those circumstances.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I never really wanted to leave as such. Now that obviously the move's done, look, I am really happy, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to the challenge of playing against some very, very big teams in England, and you just have to look through League One in terms of the quality of a player and club. It's a tough league, so that really is kind of exciting me. But yeah, I didn't want to leave under those circumstances, but needs must be, and I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, you must be looking forward to the challenge at Hartlepool as well, though, Joe. I mean, you mentioned it there. You've had interest from cross-channel clubs for the past few seasons, really. And I know you were supposed to make your debut against Charlton this afternoon. The game called off, obviously. But I mean, Charlton Athletic, a Premier League club a couple of years ago, that really kind of brings it home to you how big this move is.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not even like we have the next 5 fixtures. We have Charlton. Well, we were supposed to have Charlton today. MK Dons next week. We just moved into a brand new stadium, 25,000 seater stadium. Paul Ince, the manager, they get big crowds. Then the week after that, we're playing Norwich away, Southampton and Leeds. I mean, that's the 5 clubs there. I mean, the 4 of them were in the Premiership not so long ago, so it just tells you how big the league is and how competitive it is. And I have to say, I really am looking forward to that side of things.
I'm sure you'll have no problem settling in as well, Joe. You've got Leon McSweeney and Dennis B in there as well. Have the lads been helping you along?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Dennis and Leon have been very helpful. Leaving one club into another club, for the first few weeks can be, not easy basically. But the 2 lads have maybe, have showed me around Hartlepool and, where to go, and made the transition a lot easier. So yeah, they really looked after me. So probably expect that from the 2 lads. If they didn't, I'd give them a bit of an air bash anyway. But no, they really looked after me. So fair play to them.
Yeah, and in terms of where the club are sitting at the moment, Joe, I think you're 11th place in League One, top half of the table, 8 points outside the playoffs. So what's the goal for the season? Is it promotion?
Well, I mean, you have to look forward. I think, to be honest, if you look at the clubs around Hartlepool, they're definitely punching above their weight in terms of their fan base and the club itself. But the league is so tight. I mean, it's 8 points to the relegation zone as well. So it just tells you, you have 2-3 losses, you're down the bottom, 2-3 wins, and you're looking at a different scenario. So I think for us it's consistency. I mean, I think the last 8 games they've been leading 6 times, and they've lost the lead 6 times. So it's one thing that the past week that I've been training, that they've tried to really home in and try to make those mistakes not count basically, and push up the table, because I mean they were leading against Southampton, they were leading at Leeds away. So I mean, if you get draws against those sort of clubs, you're looking at a higher standard in the league. But yeah, that's the main aim really, is put a consistent run together. And but it's going to be difficult. The next 5 games you're playing probably the best 4 teams in the league, so it's not going to be easy by any means.
Yeah, you've been one of the top players in the League of Ireland for the past few seasons, Joe, and I mean, looking at League One, I mean, you're only a step away from the Championship, so it's a very decent standard of football. Are you confident you can settle in?
Yeah, I think I'd have to be really. I mean, I know there's some good players in the team, but I'm confident in my own ability, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. I know I keep probably repeating myself, but it is a challenge, and I'm going there with the idea of, look, I'm going to train very, very hard. I'm going to be fully dedicated. My girlfriend and child are staying here, so for the next few months that gives me kind of the chance to really focus on football and do the best I can, and I've no doubt that I will do well if I have that attitude.
Yeah, and in terms of your ambitions, I know you picked up a couple of international caps a few years ago under Steve Staunton, and this probably is the perfect platform for you to push on and maybe even get a few more caps, who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not looking that far ahead, to be honest. I'm absolutely honoured to play for Ireland, and if that ever came up again, obviously I'd jump at a chance, but that's too far ahead. For now, it's basically play regular football in England, do well for Hartlepool, and you never know where that takes you, but one step at a time. That's obviously my ultimate ambition, but look, you can't look too far ahead in life.
Yeah, just very finally, Joe, reflecting again on your time at Cork City, kind of looking at the league-winning team of 2005, it's nearly fully broken up at this stage. I think Danny Murphy and Dan Murray are probably the last two remaining players from that nucleus of the team, and I mean, those two lads could be out the door as well. It's kind of sad looking at the club the way it is now. Would you be worried for the future of the club?
Absolutely. I think you'd have to be. But I suppose the reflection on the times, the whole recession and that, obviously, it's not easy. I think, look, we're all due wages from the club still, so I mean, I'd hope to have that we'd have all that sorted and the club can go forward, but there's no doubt the club will have to take a lot of steps back to go forward, and I think it's going to take a few years to really rebuild the squad and rebuild the team, and have a club that's, worthy of winning the league. But I think the team in 2005 was probably a special team, really. I think it came about in a lot of different ways, and you just got to look at the number of players that have actually gone on and played in England and played top level, and none so look at Kevin Doyle, bought for 7 million in less than 4 years. I mean, it's a hell of an achievement, and I think you won't see a team left for Cork City for quite a number of years.
Red FM. Cork's Red FM.